I'm Beth Urech, and this is the devotional for Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. I'm fascinated by a poem called Annunciation by Denise Levertov. I'm sure most of you know her as a poet. She was born in 1927 in the UK, spent most of her life in the United States, considered herself an American poet. In the poem Annunciation, she takes a different tack with Mary. The poem begins with the description of the room and the book and the lily, and I'm sure most of you, as soon as I say the Annunciation, we all get a picture of a medieval or Renaissance painting, beautiful, ornate. Then Levertov continues, and she gives Mary the freedom to accept or refuse whether or not to be the mother of Jesus. Usually we think of Mary as being meek and obedient, but Levertov gives her free will and says, God waited. Then Levertov addresses us about the annunciations we may experience. Some of us do undertake great destinies, but mostly we turn away in dread or weakness and with relief, and so our ordinary lives continue. God doesn't smite us, but the door is closed. Levertov then describes Mary as a child who played and laughed in joy, like a child, but unlike others. I was happy to read the word joy because we are now in the third week of Advent, waiting and searching for joy as we wait. The poem continues explaining that Mary accepted the astounding ministry she was offered. She carried eternity in her womb for 9 months and then birthed a man-child needing milk and love, but who was God. Levertov reminds us that there was that moment, which no one mentions, when Mary could still say no, but she did not. She consented with courage. As Christmas approaches, we are now awaiting the birth of Jesus, as Mary once did. I know the exact date is debatable, but I'm happy with December 25th, just 9 days away. On a personal note, when I was awaiting the birth of my firstborn 50 years ago, my Swiss doctor was quite cavalier. "Oh, Frau Urech, I expect you will deliver at Christmas, maybe at New Year's." Sarah Elizabeth arrived the 9th of January, so I was kept waiting a long time. But I waited with joy. And now as we await this Christmas, what may be asked of us? And how will we respond? I imagine you agree with me that as we look at our world, we see enormous challenges, local problems, national issues, international disasters. When we are asked, let us respond like Mary, with courage. Amen.